Story, snow on the ground. The Coast Range is a mess. Chris will be showing you those cameras. And then we have kind of a snow bullseye banking up against the Cascade foothills up in elevation. We heard about the Camas and the Washougal schools. This is our live shot from Sandy. Now, our Maggie Vespa reporting the roads have generally been okay, but you can see the snowflakes in the air there, and there are light accumulations on the ground. To the bus stop we go. The Rose City generally above freezing out the door at 8 o'clock. A rain-snow shower mix. What mostly may end up being snow showers in the air today, but daytime highs rebound up to about 40 degrees. Still chilly. Have the kids in a coat. And coming up, we will track not only today's snow chances, but all the way into the weekend when things look maybe even more promising for snow. That's coming up. Here's Chris McGinnis.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's take you back to the Sylvan Hill. Once again, if you look really closely here in the lights, you can see some snowflakes there falling. And keep in mind, Sylvan up at about 650 feet. We'll take you to one of the area high spots south of town. This is I-5 near Capitol Highway. Drive northbound there looks pretty good so far from Taylor's Ferry through the Twilliger Curves. This is another high spot, right? I-5 gets up to about 500, 550 feet here near the PCC Sylvania campus. And one camera that for sure shows snow on it right now. Let's take you out to Beaver Creek. This is Highway 213 near Beaver Creek Road, and you can see the snowflakes coming there as well. But the traffic seems to be getting around that just fine. Wanted to show you this really cool photo. Lots of viewer photos coming in this morning of snow. This from Mari Anita DeLint out in the Grand Ronde area. Guys, you can see snow there in the Coast Range. Keep the photos coming. Hashtag them MyKGW or I am up PDX on your Instagram account. We will share them with all of you.
All right, Chris, thank you. It is 6:04. We have crews all over the area, but we want to get out first now to the coast. Our Tim Gordon is live in Seaside. And Tim, you have huge flakes falling there.
Yeah, we're on the beach now in Seaside, and it just keeps coming, you guys. These are big flakes coming down. A lot of snow falling. There's a couple of inches of snow. I'd say 2 inches right here on the beach. You can see the sand underneath, but it's a nice snow, and it's actually pretty light and dry. It says it's about 32 degrees on our vehicle thermometer, but it's really beautiful. Now, before you rush out here to the coast, get in your car and start driving, let's show you a little bit of the video from driving over the Coast Range. This is Highway 26. We shot this, I did from the passenger seat driving out here about 4:30 this morning. This was right up at the summit, and you know, there was 4 or 5 inches of snow, I would say, roughly on the ground. Snow-covered highway for sure, and definitely something you want to consider before you rush out here. It'd be good to wait on that, or be very cautious as you drive over the Coast Range, because it is snow covered and it is, you know, slow going. It should be for you to use caution as you drive if you're up in the Coast Range this morning. But if you get out here and can experience this, you know, it's highly unusual and it's really cool to see, and we're enjoying it. We talked to some people that are up early this morning and just kind of taking in the spectacle of this much snow at the Oregon coast. I mean, how often, you guys, how often do you get to come out to the coast and like use the swings at Seaside? Who gets to swing in the snow on a beach? I do today. Isn't it cool?
It is cool. You're getting paid to play.
Back to Portland. Back to you.
All right, Tim. Thank you very much. That is awesome. It is so beautiful to see the snow falling. Okay, if you're driving, maybe not so much, because that first snowfall can be a little tricky, and city and state crews want you to take it slow.
We called her a road warrior last hour. She is Maggie Vespa. Maggie, you made the drive from downtown Portland out to Sandy. We heard Sandy, viewers in Sandy last night talking about being one of the first places to see snow last night. What's the situation there right now?
Well, Drew, basically, it's beautiful right now. And I got to say, I feel like Tim just showed me up, because what am I supposed to do that's fun after he's on the swing set on the beach? I'm standing in front of a car dealership, but it's a gorgeous shot. You know, we want to show you how much accumulation there is here in Sandy, just kind of a light snowfall still happening and light accumulation. And then we have Highway 26 over here to my right. If Camera Dave could swing the camera a little bit. Road conditions, as Rod said a few minutes ago, out here and from the metro area out here to Sandy along Highway 84 and 26 have been just fine. Everybody pretty much going normal speed and seemingly allowing for, you know, a decent amount of room from the driver, between them and the driver in front of them, which is always good. And kind of to that point, ODOT and PBOT officials spent their weekend reminding people, again, that first snowfall can be a little tricky for drivers. Take a listen.
I think that the first storm of the year always presents certain kinds of problems for the drivers out there. We have to get used to it. Once we're familiar again with how to do it, I think that people really operate pretty well on it, on the road. But we all need to be careful if there's going to be a storm coming.
Yeah, those seasoned drivers out here today kind of feeling the roads out, hopefully, as they get out for their morning commutes. But as you can see, and as I said earlier, again, all the roads that we hit in the metro area and then the highways coming out here towards Sandy have been fine so far. But once again, officials say there's no harm in just playing it extra safe this morning. Go extra slow, allow for that room between you and the driver in front of you, and should be a pretty good morning commute. Guys, back to you.
All right, Maggie, thank you very much. Hey, we don't want to forget about Washington, too, so let's check in with Tamara Greenwell. She is with the Washington Department of Transportation. Good morning, Tamara.
Good morning.
Well, tell us what drivers need to know first thing this morning.
Sure, things look very much similar across the river as they do in Oregon. Bare and wet road conditions, but you know, weather can change quickly, so folks always want to check travel before they go, either with our mobile app or our website. We've got cameras, weather conditions, and an active real-time look of what's happening on the roads. Currently, though, things look great.
Hey, Tamara, it's Drew. You'll love that when we show you that you're on the phone with us this morning, we're showing a beautiful picture of you in what looks to be the middle of summer. So it's kind of inspiring our viewers to think of warmer times are ahead, but not this week. In fact, Rod is saying that we could see perhaps some more snow in the area towards the end of the week, specifically Saturday. What sort of preparations are you taking right now in terms of the snow later in the week?
Yeah, so our equipment's tuned up and ready to go. So far this winter, what are we, halfway through? We've had a pretty mild winter, so our crews are rearing to go. They were up and at 'em overnight, targeting tricky areas like bridges, overpasses, and ramps that tend to freeze up first. But so far this morning, all those areas are looking good.
Okay, again, Tamara Greenwell with WashDOT, so things looking good so far this morning. Tamara, we will be checking in with you a little later if things change, but thanks for calling in this morning.
All right, Rod. So you were telling us anything that falls precipitation-wise
could be
because
snow.
It's so
Yeah,
cold.
the air's really cold up top,
Yeah.
so this could easily be a day where Portland's 35, 37, 38, snow showers, may stick in the grass somewhat. Generally, the roads stay wet. We think that's probably the best bet for the lowest elevations today. You guys all look so serious. You're cracking me up. Come on, this is fun. All right, here we go with what's going on. I want to move quickly because I want to show you a lot. Here's our storm. Low. It's going that way. It's dropping to the south. Notice the proximity to the coast. It hasn't been strong enough to produce much moisture on our side of the coast range. So the heftiest amounts have actually been, in some cases, in Clatsop and Tillamook counties, Astoria, Seaside, Cannon Beach, all reporting some snow on the ground. Coast range cameras all show the roads being a little dicey for the most part. And there's just light snow showers to flurries as you head up into Mount Hood at this hour. There's in green rain shower, otherwise flurries around Silverton this morning, and similar mix of rain in green and light snow showers, flurries up in Clark County. And that's what we expect today, a mix of rain and snow showers. Here's that fun snow bullseye again over at the north coast. So Portland, rain, snow showers, temperatures most of the day between 34 and 40. Best chance for a dusting to maybe an inch or two will be at 1,000 feet, but not everywhere. We're talking about a scattered pattern. Sandy right now is one of those spots with 1,000 feet getting some snow. Coast range travel, snowy 2 to 5 inches. Futurecast, all this bluish purple color is snow showers, 10:30 this morning. Scattered snow showers, everything rotating up from the south and coming back to the east. It'll be interesting to see if we get this. Pretty good snow shower around lunchtime into early afternoon, and then maybe one lingering little snow shower coming around 7:30. We go mostly dry to completely dry overnight tonight. Early morning numbers freezing to mid-30s on the west side, and then Bend 28. Bend could see 1 to 3 inches of snow today, and we have 1 to 2 inch snow forecast for the eastern cities of John Day, Baker City, and LeGrand. The Blue Mountains, maybe 4 inches of snow or so today. Here's our 7-day. Pretty quiet once we get through today until rain picks up Thursday. We're looking at snow on Saturday. Chris, I'm talking as fast as I can talk.
Oh my goodness, that's lots of information. Let's give you some more. Of course, the school closings and delays running at the bottom of your screen. And as Rod mentioned, in the Gorge, we've got some delays, right? The Wasco County Sherman schools also running delayed, due for on a 2-hour delay. Keep your eyes at the bottom of your screen. We are letting those run by. Here's a look at Highway 26 again. This is up through the Coast Range passes. That's it at 1,400 feet. And you can see the temperatures actually dropped there from last hour. It's down to 26. So as Rod has mentioned, it has gotten a little colder. Highway 30 west of the Rainier area, pretty snowy as well with a temperature of about 31. So some slick spots out there for sure. Let's get a quick look at the drive locally. We had some pretty good snowflakes falling here, Brenda, just a few minutes ago. This is Highway 213 at Beaver Creek Road. And you can see the hit and miss nature of the snow showers because we had it a few minutes ago and now it's gone. There you go.
All right, thank you, Chris. And coming up here on Sunrise, We will announce the London word of the day and tell you how you can enter for a chance to win a trip for two to London.
Get traffic reports by downloading the KGW Portland Traffic app.
Visit the Nautilus shop in Vancouver. Our fitness pros will match you with the right equipment to reach your goals. Come in today, take 25% off all our world-class brands, and save up to $700. The Nautilus shop in Vancouver.
The brightest stars are at Spirit Mountain Casino. Don't miss Engelbert Humperdinck, Kevin and Caruso, Magic, and Johnny Mathis. See the biggest stars in person at Spirit Mountain Casino.
Does your customers connecting to the Wi-Fi ever slow down your business?
Yes, it does slow things down.
Aggravating. It's a nightmare.
So our gig speed network is fast. And we go beyond fast by making it easy to create separate networks for your business and your customers, and even control how much bandwidth each of those gets. So your business won't miss a beat.
This is a big game changer.
This is the new wave, and whoever doesn't get on, I think they would be left behind.
Just one more way we go beyond CenturyLink. Right now, get fast, reliable internet and add Wi-Fi Pro for a low price. Comcast Business, beyond fast.
At IQ Credit Union, financial and physical fitness are important. So Coach Carney's here to train the team for the Shamrock Run.
First, we limber up. You feel that? I feel that. Jump, jump, jump. Jump, 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 jump. Shake. Jump, 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 jump. Rock. And that's how we get shamrocked.
Join IQ Credit Union at the Shamrock Run, brought to you by KGW.
A lot of people think it was different back then. Life was simple, and sitting around a fire and enjoying those around you wasn't just part of a vacation. We believe that this is the way it should be, enjoying the warmth and benefits of a burning stove in the place you live. We've been here since 1947, and we understand what you'll need in your home. Lysix Fireplace and Stove is the front door to an establishment that understands the community and works for that trust. For every build and every budget, we have a fireplace for every lifestyle.
There's a new $1, $2, $3 menu hack at McDonald's.
Now you can choose two of your favorites for just $3.
Like a savory sausage McMuffin.
A classic McDouble.
Or a crispy McChicken.
You can even mix them up, only at McDonald's.
Tonight, an alarming trend.
Throwing chairs at windows, it's really intense.
KGW investigative reporter Kristen Severance and 8 elementary school teachers get real.
Raise your hand if you believe classroom disruptions are at a crisis level.
To expose growing classroom outbursts, even violence.
They're screaming for help.
What your children see.
Students throwing tables over.
And what's being done to help.
This is our problem.
Classrooms in Crisis, tonight at 6.
Hey, welcome back at 6:15. Good morning to our viewers out in Sandy. This is a shot from your neighborhood, courtesy of Maggie Vespa and her photographer Dave. You guys, look at that tree. It's gorgeous. It's just blocked with snow out there. Sandy's actually had quite a bit of snow. Well, I say quite a bit, not, you know, tons, but more than we've seen anywhere else around the area here. We will check in with our live crew out there in just a bit.
Same deal up in Washington. I want to show you Seattle.
Oof.
It's dealing with snow, and this is what it looks like there this morning. Those roads don't look so good.
Right, it doesn't look like a lot of snow, but those roads look slippery. That could be a problem. So again, Seattle looking different than downtown Portland this morning, but that snow in Seattle is impacting things here as far as the airport is concerned. We have Pat Doris live at PDX. So Pat, give us an update here this morning.
Well, Drew, everything is interconnected. So what happens in Seattle as far as air travel definitely does have an impact here. You know, this is the time when a lot of cars are showing up at the airport. Fortunately, the roadways around Portland's airport are in fine shape, so no problems there. But inside, the big board has a few cancellations from Seattle, 3 as a matter of fact, that are coming from Seattle to Portland, and at least 1 leaving for Seattle this morning. A lot of the travelers I talked to early this morning were taking off for the East Coast. Their biggest concern, snow on the roadway getting here today and all this week.
I did get a little bit earlier because of the pronostics. They said it was going to snow, and I came from Salem. Nothing on the road, clear day, so that's all.
Were you disappointed when you got outside and saw no snow?
Not really, no. It's actually better for us to be safe out on the road.
Hopefully it doesn't get like snowpocalypse like we had a couple years ago. Y'all remember that. Uber drivers got a lot of money from that though.
We'll talk.
Yes, indeed they did. I think for most of us driving around in the area, it's nice to see the roads are still kind of bare in the greater Portland area. I know it's bad for the kids, but it's great for people that have to go places. Back to you.
Oh, yes, it is. All right, take care. Thank you, Pat.
I was going to say, I feel like we're missing the spirit of the occasion. We want snow, don't we?
No, we don't.
We don't?
Not all of us. Some of you do.
Okay.
They've been posting on my Facebook page.
Last thing I said to my kids last night, I went to bed, I said, hey, maybe you get lucky, you wake up tomorrow and there's snow on the ground. So I put this false sense in their head that they may not have school. They're going to be disappointed when they wake up this morning.
Portland Public operating as normal, and you're over in Westland.
Westland, Wilsonville operating as normal. Most of the school districts, but there are others. You see right there on the bottom of the screen, there are some, especially on the coast, that are either closed or running late today.
And what was it? Camas is closed. That one, and Washougal though on a delay. So you can see how it varies even close.
Right next door.
Yeah,
but remember, kids, if you you can still fake it and maybe get out.
Maybe I'll try that.
Well, you can try that tomorrow, Ashley. Okay, here we go. Of course, we don't condone that sort of behavior. We have 34 in Forest Grove, 34 in Hillsborough, 32 Battleground. Oregon City, one of the lower spots to report 32 degrees. I think that one's up at about 500 feet, that particular thermometer. 33 now in McMinnville, below freezing in Estacada, 31. As you look at the bus stop, the most snow reports here in the Metro Valley are generally the ones banking in those Cascade foothill communities. You saw Estacada reporting at 31 degrees right now. For the heart of the I-5 corridor, it's a rain shower mix today, 35 out the door, about 40 at lunchtime, clearly way above freezing, but cold enough for a big winter coat, and then about 38 degrees at 3 o'clock this afternoon as the kids get out. Keep in mind this chance of rain and snow showers, which includes the beach where they have some snow on the ground in Astoria, Seaside, and Cannon Beach. The chance of snow showers continues through this evening. So there's still plenty of time for us to maybe get something that puts a little bit of white on the ground in spots scattered about. Only 2 to 4 up on the mountain today. You saw Timberline only 21. It's 16 at Timberline right now. It's a cold day if you're going up that way. 30s out in the gorge, maybe a dusting to 2 inches in scattered locations. Not much wind anywhere with this particular system. 7-day forecast. Mainly dry tomorrow. Look at tonight's low, 25. That would be the coldest temperature of the winter season so far. And it could be even colder Wednesday morning. We're talking about a Saturday snow event that we're tracking right now. All right, here comes Emery, 6 years old. Happy birthday in Portland. Maybe not getting what, was wanted for a birthday today. Kelsey is 11 up in the center. She's got an alligator on her lap. I've never had an alligator on my lap, and I'm thankful for that. Here's Sandy, who is 65 in Vancouver. Happy birthday to you, dear. And we have Ruth, who is 69. Beautiful picture there out in Beaverton. Birthday-pics at KGW.com, and we will celebrate right along with you.
I am super confident that alligator on the lap photo was taken at the Clark County Fair last August, because they were doing that up there.
Okay.
Yeah. She was a Clark County young lady.
You have a chance to try it next year.
Well, my schedule's really busy.
All right, Chris McGinnis standing by with this morning's traffic update.
Yeah, and guys, we've talked a lot about the elevations. Wanted to just kind of remind folks, some of the local elevations around the area. Council Crest, Mount Scott above 1,000 feet. Burnside near the Skyline area, just past the tunnel, 950 feet. And then we start talking about major roadways. Sylvan and Highway 26, that's 750 feet. Capitol Highway and I-5, 620 feet. In some of those areas, we are seeing some snow. Let's take you out to Highway 26 near 217. You can see the drive's in pretty good shape there. We'll bring you up the hill towards Skyline Boulevard, and we did have a couple of snowflakes here just a little while ago. You can see the drive's still in pretty good shape, but it's starting to slow just a little bit. No major issues on the roads, though, it appears just yet. Remember, when you're out there on the roads in that traffic, set your radio to FM News 101. They've got you covered with traffic on the 7s, mornings and afternoons. We'll be right back.
Not so fast.
Or not.
Go for it, Ashley.
Oh, okay. I'm like, where are we going? Okay, so talking about snow on the roads, it can be dangerous, especially the very first snow of the year. You forget kind of how to drive on it. So in our Good to Know segment, we will tell you about 5 of the most common mistakes people make when they hit the roads.
All right, we have weather on our minds this morning, but I hope you have love in your hearts, because Valentine's Day is next Thursday, and we want to hear about your best love story. Maybe it's your own, maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a brother or sister. We want you to share a great love story with us. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a prize attached to this little endeavor. Yes, share your love story on our KGW Facebook page. We have an overnight stay in Oregon's wine country, a tasting and tour at one of our great wineries, attached to the greatest love story we hear between now and next week. More details on this little contest coming up a little bit later this week.
It's a messy.
That was my bad.
Messy. I say the wrong thing, you're not going to squirt ketchup all over me.
Well, I don't know.
Alec Baldwin, next Ella.
Today at 3 on KGW.
I'm Dr. Young Shin, Chief of Cardiothoracic Surgery, Kaiser Permanente Northwest. When we started this program, we never really said we want to have consecutive 8 years of the highest distinction, but we have. Between our quality outcomes and coordinated system, top doctors and surgeons come to us wanting to be part of our team. We want the best quality of life for our patients. We want them to get back to doing what they love with the people that they love so that they can continue to thrive.
There's never been a better time to save on new windows with Renewal by Andersen's BOGO Bonus Spectacular. Right now, when you buy one window, you get the second one at 40% off. Plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Trusted by homeowners for over 100 years, every Renewal by Andersen installation is performed by a team of certified master installers, offering the best in quality and service for total peace of mind. With plenty of styles and colors to choose from, you can give your home the look you've always dreamed of. Buy one window and get the second one at 40% off. Plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Call or go online to schedule a free in-home consultation during our BOGO Bonus Spectacular. With Renewal by Andersen, your start-to-finish window and patio door replacement experts. Offer ends February 28th.
Denny's new Super Slampler. Bacon, eggs, French toast, and buttermilk pancakes for $6.99.
$6.99? Are you out of your mind? Why are we still out of our minds?
Denny's new Super Slampler, all for $6.99.
So this is our parts room. Everything in here you're going to see is factory parts. This is an important part of the business. The manufacturer spends billions of dollars developing these parts for quality and safety. I guess this is something that sets us apart from everybody else, is that we insist on it, and we built our business on that.
Beware of imitations.
That's it.
Hi, I'm Laurel Porter with an important message about your safety called Public Alerts. It's a free community notification system for the Portland-Vancouver metro area. Through Public Alerts, first responders can send you real-time, life-saving messages about emergencies, get critical texts, calls, or emails to protect your business, to protect your home. It's free, it's easy, and it's information you need to know.
Sign up at publicalerts.org today. KGW, keeping you safe.
It's time for the ultimate Sleep Number event on the Sleep Number 360 smart bed. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. Save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed, plus 24-month financing on all smart beds, only for a limited time.
This is my favorite shot of the morning. Our crew in Seaside has been seeing the snow come down. And there it is on the sidewalk and in the roads. It is just not that usual to see it right down there on the beach, but wow. It is affecting the schools in Seaside. They are opening 2 hours late. We have a crawl at the bottom of your screen. That is definitely not the only place. Here in the metro area, not too much disturbance. In case you're wondering, Portland kids, your school district is open as normal today. Rod, we'll talk more about your weather forecast because this is just the first blast of snow. There's more in the 7-day. Stay tuned.
Well, the first snow of the year can be kind of tricky. People forget how to drive on it. So we want to take a look at some of the most common mistakes people make when driving in the snow. How Stuff Works put this list together. The first one is thinking that your four-wheel drive makes you invincible. Four-wheel drive can give you kind of a false sense of security. It will give you traction to move through snowy roads, but not enough traction if you brake quickly if you're going too fast. The second mistake, not being prepared. So make sure that your tires have a deep enough tread. If not, you need new snow tires. Also check your antifreeze levels and battery power and make sure that your defroster works. Throw a bag of sand in your trunk because that can give you extra traction, and keep a flashlight and a windshield scraper on hand. Number 3, this mistake, following too closely. Don't tailgate. At least double the normal distance that you would keep between your car and the one in front of you. And here's kind of a good rule of thumb from the experts. For every 10 miles per hour you drive, give yourself at least 4 car lengths of space. So if you're traveling 40 miles per hour, that would be 16 car lengths between you and the other car. That's a lot. The 4th most common mistake, slamming on the brakes. If you feel you're starting to slide, don't hit the brakes, don't panic. This will actually remove traction from your tires and take away your ability to control your car. Instead, just ease off the accelerator and let the car slow down on its own, and then you can just kind of steer yourself out of the way. And the 5th mistake, driving too fast. Most people think that once you hit the highway, you're good to go, but it can take up to 10 times longer to brake on icy or snowy pavement. And if the temperature is close to freezing, just slow way down. Good reminder if you're heading out to work this morning. That is your Good to Know segment. We are back after this.
Get traffic reports by downloading the KGW Portland Traffic app.
Choosing my car insurance was the easiest decision ever. I switched to Geico and saved hundreds. That's a win. But it's not the only reason I switched. Geico's a company I can trust, with over 75 years of great savings and service. Now that's a win-win.
Switch to Geico. It's a win-win.
Providence Wellness Watch from Providence Heart Institute on what it means to know your numbers.
It's important for people to know their numbers because these numbers are the key indicators of your risk for serious cardiovascular health. So knowing your numbers include knowing what your blood pressure is, getting your labs checked for your cholesterol, blood sugar, knowing what a healthy weight is. If your numbers are not within an ideal range, you should certainly reach out to your healthcare provider and create a plan to help you reach your desired goal. That includes maintaining a healthy weight, exercising, decreasing the salt in your diet, managing stress, reducing the amount of alcohol you take in, and not smoking. It can be a very rewarding experience to help take a patient through, help them improve their numbers with dramatic lifestyle improvements so that we can help them live a healthier and hopefully longer and more rewarding life.
February is American Heart Month. Learn about Providence Heart Institute's free Providence Heart Guide and Heart Month activities at providenceoregon.org/heart.
Discount Windows is the best window and door store in Oregon. Reason number 3.
Discount Windows Final 99 sale. Factory first overstock windows for just $99 each
or less. Discount Windows has the largest selection of premium overstock windows in the Pacific Northwest.
With prices this low, I can't take it, so hurry in.
Discount Windows, we do windows
and doors
for less.
Weekday morning, KGW meteorologist Rod Hill is on it, alerting you first.
Potentially some power outages.
School closures and delays updated fast.
Big problems tomorrow.
Traffic expert Chris McGinnis helping you stay safe and save time.
Widespread freezing fog.
Whether you've lived here your whole life.
Here's our storm coming.
Or it's your first winter.
This is not normal.
The most accurate,
pouring rain,
most trusted morning team. KGW News at Sunrise. Weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m. This is KGW News at Sunrise.
And we start off with a live look in Sandy. Oh, isn't that beautiful? A snow-covered tree. You know, it's sticking to the roads, side streets. We haven't had too many traffic troubles, but that is just a glorious shot, and we are keeping track of those conditions.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Monday. When snow starts falling, even if it's just a little, schools start closing. So we do have some school closures and school delays to bring you up to speed on. Let's start with the Colton and Camas school districts. Those are both closed today. So 2 closures, Colton and Camas, along the Oregon coast, where we saw some snow earlier from Tim Gordon's live shot. We know that the Astoria School District is running 3 hours late today. Seaside School District is running 2 hours late. Let's move back to Washington. The Washougal School District is on a 2-hour delay. So there are more delays and closures running there at the bottom of your screen. The big one we should mention, Portland Public Schools, running normally today. They are open. In fact, I haven't really heard about anything from any of the majors, as I call them. Beaverton, Hillsborough, Salem, Vancouver, Evergreen, all running, as we know today, right now, normally.
Okay, it is 6:31. So for those of you just waking up this morning, Rod, tell people what they need to know.
Let's start with the radar. Good morning, everybody. So up and down the I-5 corridor, Drew mentioned the districts, the larger ones in Portland, Vancouver, and Salem, all open as normal. That's because these temperatures are generally in the mid-30s up and down I-5. Radar is showing mainly a mix of flurries, and in fact, over Portland and Greene, some scattered rain showers. There's that snow bullseye that's been making news up over Astoria. So the Rose City right now, 36 degrees. Above normal, I mean above freezing, obviously. And I think we're going to be in the mid-30s to about 40 all day. Not really expecting any issues at the lowest elevations with a mix of scattered rain and snow showers. But the snow shower opportunity is with us through the evening hours tonight. So especially up in elevation, if you hadn't had anything yet, you could still pick up a dusting at some point today. Here's Chris McGinnis.
Rod, you mentioned the scattered nature of those snow showers. Just 30 minutes ago, we had a pretty good one falling on this camera. This is Highway 213 out near Beaver Creek Road in Clackamas County, just south of Oregon City. You can see wet roads and the traffic getting around that just fine. We'll switch gears real quick, give you a live look behind door number 2, where we all go in Portland when the snowflakes start flying, right? The Sylvan Hill at about 700, 750 feet here, and you can see the drive's in pretty good shape. Thought I saw a few snowflakes there a little while ago, but it looks like we're in pretty good shape there for now. Coast Range, different story. Highway 26 out near the Coast Range summit. This is up at 1,400 feet. You can see that that is snow covered for sure. And a pretty cool viewer photo coming in from Bay City, Oregon. Ruth Paris snapped this shot just a few minutes ago. Guys, what do you see there? About 2-3 inches of snow there on our deck?
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah,
Chris.
keep those photos coming.
All right, thank you very much. Well, all morning we've been taking you out live to the coast with our Tim Gordon, who's out there. Tim, I've got to say, you've been having a lot of fun for weather coverage, don't you think?
Well, why not? Why shouldn't I though? Really, we made it and it's wonderful. And getting over the Coast Range, you know, careful. But yeah, once you get out here, it's really beautiful because it's unusual and kind of fun. You know, the snowflakes have gotten a little smaller, but it's still snowing out here, and you can see how much is built up. There's a trash can, but you see the lid here. That's a good couple, maybe 3 inches of snow here at the coast, at the beach. It's amazing. And look at Seaside. It's beautiful this morning. This is a drive up to the turnaround up here at the beach, and it's so yeah, it's a really nice looking morning. And you know, the locals love this too. We talked to a guy named Richard. He got up early this morning to check out the snow because he thinks it's really cool. Listen to him.
I've always loved the snow, and it's been at least 10 years since we've had this last time. And I really want to come down and take some photos and enjoy it before it goes away.
Had his camera out. We had a nice visit with him and looking out here at the beach. Some people just coming up off of the beach. Nice morning on the beach. Fantastic. Happy Monday. Yeah, the boardwalk. I just got to take you out here. It's really beautiful. Honestly, it may be a little hard to see. It's kind of dark out there, but there's a couple inches of snow out on the sand. It is something else to see at Seaside this morning, guys. So again, use caution if you're driving in this area. Schools are delayed by 2 hours, so there are those real things happening as well. But if you can just enjoy it, hey, why not, right?
I thought you were going to keep on walking there, Tim. Walk right out to the ocean. Give us a water temperature update.
Polar plunge.
Don't dare him.
I could do that later.
All right,
Facebook
Tim,
Live
thank
in a
you.
while.
Yeah,
we'll
take off all the electronic equipment. Thank you, sir. Right now, we want to check in with ODOT's Don Hamilton. He's joining us live on the phone. Don, good morning again. You know, we've been looking at our weather apps and listening to our meteorologist, and we're seeing snow later in the week as well as today. So what's your plan of attack?
Well, our plan is to be ready for whatever comes our way. We have all of our tools that we will bring to bear on this as it comes out. We got plows if there's things to plow, not to mention salt and de-icer and sand on the roads. I mean, we're seeing those, maybe seeing more of those at the beach right now. At least Tim can tell us something about that this morning.
Don, we know you did a lot of road prep yesterday getting ready for this morning, but I don't think you used de-icer as one of your tools getting ready for this particular storm. Can you explain why you would not use de-icer this time around?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, de-icer is the one tool we can really use in advance of an event coming out. But in this situation, we could not. When you're going to get rain in front of a weather event, you can't put de-icer on there. It'll just wash off the road from the rain, and that's just wasting taxpayer money in there. So we really weren't able to pre-treat the roads as we were hoping to do and as we sometimes do.
And Don, talk about salts, because it's now part of every snow plan that ODOT has, correct?
Yeah, salt is one of the tools that we will use out there. We're looking particularly to use it in certain areas, especially think of the Sunset Highway going out of the tunnel up to Sylvan, and think also of I-5 going north from 217. Those are areas that have been real trouble spots in the past. Those are areas we're really looking like that we're going to try to find out if there's a problem there. Those are some areas where we might be using salt.
All right, Don Hamilton with ODOT joining us live on the phone. As always, sir, thank you so much for the information.
Thanks. Good to be with you.
It is 6:37 now. We want to send things out to our Maggie Vespa, who is live in Sandy this morning. And Maggie, it sounds like things are okay there, even though you do have snow on the ground.
Yeah, definitely. They're fine. And the drive out here was fine as well. And Don Hamilton's point was kind of well taken, that it seems like the crews are ready to be out on the roads with those the materials they use to address snow and ice if they need to be. We did see one truck that seemed to be laying down de-icer, but honestly, it didn't seem necessary from our vantage point. We had no issues coming out here. I want to show you. It's a cheesy shot, but I'm going to show it to you. It's one of the snow falling under that street light there, so it's still kind of falling lightly, but pretty steadily here in Sandy. And then, Dave, if we could come back down and just kind of show the roadways, and you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is Highway 26 over here, so you can see the snow has piled up alongside it, but the roads themselves are fine. And you'll see this traffic coming in. Everybody's pretty much going their normal speed. There's nothing wrong with slowing down. There never is. There's nothing wrong with leaving more room between yourself and the driver in front of you. But yeah, I just want to be very clear, because, you know, snow coverage is sort of a monster in and of itself. When we get to talking about this, some people get a little bit nervous over the last few winters that we've had. Today, from what we've seen from the Portland metro area out here to Sandy, the roads do seem to be fine at this point this morning. Again, though, never hurts to take it slow and be a little extra careful. Guys, I'll throw it back to you.
All right, Maggie, thank you much. A lot of our viewers are sending us photos of the snow, and we want to show you some of them right now. These are from Tillamook County. Kathleen woke up to this winter scene at her house. Rod Hill is applauding.
Yay, beautiful.
Yes. And then let's check out viewer Brenda. This is in Cloverdale. Oh, wow. She sent us, this is her backyard.
Gorgeous.
Look at how much snow is accumulating on her lawn chair. Love it. Hey, be sure to keep sending us your weather photos. You can just do it by using the hashtag IamUpPDX.
Hey guys, I think we just learned too that the Astoria School District is closed.
As well as the Warrenton and Hammond.
And
both,
Warrenton Hammond.
Yep,
Yep.
both of those closed now. They were delayed,
Right.
both now closed.
Yeah.
I get excited when it snows on the coast. I just think that's so great, right?
It's beautiful,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's awesome. All right, let's show you everything that's going on. Let's start with the snow maker, if you will. The spinning low that's offshore. Remember, this thing developed and it's been coming down from Canada, pulling just a little finger of that cooler weather that has been producing all the weather back east. This continues to move to the south. It's weekend, and that's why there's not much total moisture expected today once you get east of the Coast Range. It's mostly in proximity to that low. That's the snow we're showing you at the beach, and the ODOT camera is showing snow-covered roadways up in the Coast Range. This is rain now showing up on radar offshore from Astoria and green. Some scattered rain showers in green up around Portland, some light flurries down around Salem. There's Silverton and Woodburn. That's all really light stuff. Again, there's that mix of green on radar, which is rain, and snow showers up in Vancouver. And there's that what was inland. Now that batch of snow appears to be moving out to sea up around Seaside. Everything on this map, the purple bluish color in Futurecast 11 o'clock this morning. This is snow shower activity. Notice not much up and down I-5. Notice at 2 o'clock, not much up and down I-5. Mostly you foothill communities. Sandy, that's you, moving up into the Cascades themselves. Here's a little snow shower lingering 8 o'clock this evening. Just a reminder, you know, it's still possible that just about anybody and everybody between now and tomorrow morning could see a little heavy shower produce a little white, dusting of snow on the ground, at least in the grass. But generally, we're not expecting issues in Portland. Temperatures 34 to 40. Best chance of anything will be 1,000 feet. And again, we're looking at the Coast Range where there's 2 to 5 inches on the ground. Temps are generally above freezing up and down I-5. There's Kelso 35, Portland 36, Salem 35 degrees. And our 7-day forecast. By the way, not to lose track of another big story, 25 tonight. 23 degrees Wednesday morning, coldest temps of the year so far for us. And they were tracking a potential snowmaker on Saturday. Here he is, Chris McGinnis.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's go ahead and check out the drive right now on the west side. And this is a live look at the Sylvan Hill up at about 750 feet. One of the first places in Portland we typically see the snowflakes start to fall right when we talk about lowering snow levels. We're in pretty good shape there with the drive right now. The drive obviously getting busier, but so far no major issues there. We did have snowflakes falling on this camera just a few minutes ago, about 40 minutes ago, in fact. This is Highway 213 near Beaver Creek Road. The good news is you can see the road down to bare pavement there. Some of the local elevations, of course, Council Crest up over 1,000 feet, Mount Scott 1,000 feet. Burnside at Skyline, 950 feet. And then you start talking about the major highways like Highway 26 and I-5 up over 600 and 700 feet. So those are some locations that we'll keep a close eye on for snowflakes. But so far, guys, I can tell you the roads heading into downtown Portland are still in pretty good shape. Brenda?
Love to hear that. Thank you.
And before we continue, I just want to let our viewers know that after sunrise, we're going to continue our weather coverage on KGW.com and Facebook. So I'm actually going to take off from here and leave it to you guys. And I'm going to go get ready to continue that weather coverage.
Make a grand exit.
Well, I have to live right now. Are you taking her out? All right, we'll look for you then. Thank you. Oregon lawmakers are considering new legislation to make it easier for teachers to handle disruptions in their classroom. A group of elementary school teachers recently opened up to us about this problem. They say it's a daily issue, and some students, they even get violent. Coming up, KGW investigator Kristen Severance joins us in studio for more on how the problem is affecting your kids.
Kaiser Permanente Northwest, leading with heart.
The Pacific Northwest Sportsman's Show. Join us February 6th through 10th at the Portland Expo Center.
This is where you can discover who you are.
And who you want to be.
Where you can find your place in the world.
And discover how to make it better.
This is the University of Portland.
Broadway's Come From Away is a Best Musical winner all across North America. This stirring and inspiring musical takes you to a place you never want to leave. Celebrate the best of humankind and the best in all of us at Come From Away, the remarkable true story.
Tickets available at BroadwayInPortland.com.
I'm Dr. Young Shin, Kaiser Permanente Northwest. Between our quality outcomes and coordinated system, top doctors and surgeons come to us wanting to be part of our team. We want the best quality of life for our patients so that they can continue to thrive.
By the time that we got up there, his room was filled with smoke.
The wind had blown and drifted the snow up against the side of my house, blocking the exhaust from my furnace.
I heard the smoke alarm going off in my friend's apartment.
Without the kid's smoke alarm, my son would not be here today.
Had it not been for that carbon monoxide detector, they would come to school and not have their teacher there.
I grabbed my fire extinguisher and put out the fire.
Get these essential products at the Home Depot.
At Great Clips, feeling good and being healthy go hand in hand. So Coach Carney's here to train the team for the Shamrock Run.
Time to get pumped! Woo! First, the Screaming Eagle. Yeah, that's my girl. Shamrock, Shamrock. What are we training for? Shamrock Run! Eagle, attack!
Join Great Clips at the Shamrock Run March 17th, brought to you by KGW.
My teeth were in horrid condition, so I spent years talking like this, and then I found Aspen Dental. Having the denture lab on site, you can do everything there. I wish I had not waited 3 years, because the first time I stood in front of the mirror and I smiled, it felt like I was me again, and that was just the coolest feeling ever.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes to same-day dentures with our on-site lab. Yes, dentures start at $3.99. And yes, we'll get you smiling in a day. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL today.
DNF Plumbing. That's D for drip, F for faucet. Call us today.
This morning, wake up to all the Super Bowl buzz. From the big plays to the best ads and the halftime highlights. We're going to have all the moments everybody's going to be talking about. So join us live from Atlanta this morning, only on Today.
.646 is the time. All this week, you could win a trip for two to London. We're doing this in conjunction with Delta Airlines. That's right. You're going to watch for the word of the day every day this week, and then you'll take that word over to our KGW Facebook page for your chance to win. So today, the first word of the day this week is royal. Go to the KGW Facebook page, find the link for the Word of the Day contest, and enter royal as today's word of the day. We'll bring you a new word tomorrow between 6 and 7 a.m. You can enter every day this week. You must be 21 years or old or older, that is, to enter.
I heard a story about a kindergartner breaking the eardrum of their teacher. I heard stories about second graders throwing a chair through a window.
And one situation where one of those students had some scissors and actually did a situation where he was going to hurt her.
That is shocking. And teachers say there is a crisis happening in Oregon classrooms right now. Out of control students are melting down. And as you heard, sometimes they're becoming violent. KGW investigative reporter Kristen Severance has been really digging into this, and she's joining us now this morning. So Kristen, you're taking this and you're going deep. You're taking over a big chunk of the 6 o'clock news this evening.
We are, Brenda. We're really doing an in-depth look at this. Our investigation, we look at this increase in disruptive incidents happening in classrooms. These are general education classrooms. We're not talking about special needs students here. And we gathered this group of elementary school teachers from all over our area, all different districts, North Clackamas, Portland, Beaverton. They say these incidents are getting worse and the current laws make it next to impossible to handle.
Literal screaming, like they're screaming for help, literally. And so sometimes that comes out in, suicide threats or death threats.
And they are throwing furniture, they're running through the building, going to the office, throwing chairs at windows. And it's really intense.
We've seen students hurting other students or throwing other belongings.
Students throwing tables over, throwing chairs at adults, at other students, wood blocks. I've been called every name in the book.
I've been punched and kicked, and I've had colleagues bitten, slapped.
Scratched.
Scratched with fingernail. I've had fingernail marks down my arm.
You're saying this happens a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Daily.
Absolutely. Oh, it's every day.
The building.
Every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're not one-offs anymore. They're so common that it's not noteworthy when they arrive home.
No, I think the word shocking is overused, but aren't those stories truly shocking?
Completely. I had no idea.
And a lot of people didn't. And these teachers were so honest and they were so open about something that's happening in their classrooms. But I think it's important to note they care so deeply about these students. They're not complaining. They want to be able to help the students having these disruptive incidents and then help all those other kids in the room, watching it, which can be traumatic in itself.
So there's so much to cover. You're just kind of scratching the surface with us right now. But please tell us, how are these teachers actually able to handle this in the classroom?
So we learned so much doing this story. They do these things called classroom clears, and this is all related to the current state law. So when a student is acting disruptive, they have to clear all the other students out of the room. They do something called herding, where you have to try to guide a student back to safety without touching them.
Without touching them?
Right. Which, sounds impossible, but that's what they have to do.
Okay.
Guide them back to safety without touching them if they run away.
So you keep mentioning this state law. What exactly is that has put these teachers in this situation?
So it really goes back to a law that lawmakers, they say it was well intended, but it's led to something where these teachers say they cannot touch kids at all. They were told by their districts, you cannot touch students at all. And so it's led to the things like the classroom clears and the herding. So we talked with at least 6 lawmakers about this, including one who said, this has to change. Well, they all said it has to change, but one is proposing legislation, and we'll get into all of that tonight.
Okay, we'll be watching at 6, and thank you so much for bringing this to our attention, because I'm sure a lot of our viewers are the same way. They had no idea.
Right, you bet.
All right, guys, back to you.
All right, Brenda, Kristen, Rod Hill is back in the studio with us now, and so, Rod, some kids are waking up, they're running to the window to see what happened out there last night, and they're saying, oh, no snow, we have school today. Other kids waking up and saying, we got the snow, no school today. Depends on where you're at.
I mean, we have some closures now at the coast,
Absolutely.
Right?
A couple that just came in the last 15 minutes. Astoria, Warrenton, and you said Seaside is now closed? Seaside is closed. Warrenton, Hammond's closed. Astoria closed. So the coast definitely got their fair share of snow.
I'll handle this. Portland, Vancouver, Salem, get up, get going, start your day. We have school in session up and down the heart of the I-5 corridor. The bus stop forecast, generally mid-30s out the door this morning. It's a mix of rain and scattered snow showers today. Daytime highs get up to about 40 degrees. Now, this does not mean that there could not be a quick dusting of snow with some snow showers built during the day at any elevations. That's still very, very possible. But with temperatures generally above freezing. In Portland and Salem, we're not anticipating any problems. We already have snow on the ground at the beach. How about that? Drew told you about the school closings. In the valley, most areas getting up to about 40 degrees. Certainly light accumulation is the best bet of that. Would be up to around 1,000 feet. Same thing up in southwest Washington. We have snow bullseyes in the Cascade foothill communities, Estacada, Camas, the hills, and Washougal reporting some snow on the ground this morning. Only 2 to 4 inches expected up on Mount Hood, by the way, so this is not a big snow producer overall. And out in the gorge, dusting the 2 inches in scattered spots. Highs will be in the 30s, not much wind here. We're looking for a couple inches in the cities out east, Baker City, John Day, LeGrand. The mountainous areas, including the Blues, maybe up to about 4 inches of snow today. It's going to be a chilly Monday. We'll have the 7-day forecast coming up after this.
Tonight, KGW investigative reporter Kristen Severance and 8 elementary school teachers get real to expose growing classroom outbursts, even violence.
They're screaming for help.
Classrooms in crisis, tonight at 6. The most trusted morning team, KGW News at Sunrise.
DNF Plumbing. That's D for drip, F for faucet. Call us today.
We will inform you.
On FM News 101.
If you smell rotten eggs, it could be a gas leak. And even little leaks shouldn't be ignored. So get everyone outside and call Northwest Natural. Smell, go, let us know. We'll come out and make sure everything is safe.
Got it.
You know that's poison ivy, right?
Yeah, no.
Game's about to start, guys. Let's go.
All right.
There are some things you should understand before it's too late. Your car insurance coverage is one of them. Call Amica for a quote and we'll work harder to explain your options. For example, what's the difference between single limit and split limit coverage? You know he left his homework upstairs? Of course. It's good to know. Wait till you talk to Amica about car insurance. We'll make it all convenient and easy, and we'll help you save with every available discount. Once you've experienced our personal service, you'll know you made the right call. Discover the car insurance you really need before you really need it. Call Amica now, or get a quote at amica.com. Welcome to Amica. This is helpfulness, insured.
Whether your home has a crawl space or a basement, Terra Firma is the name to know. Because comfort inside your home depends a lot on what's under your home. That's why Terra Firma specializes in keeping crawl spaces and basements clean and dry. We can help stop allergy-causing mold and mildew and improve your indoor air quality so you and your family can breathe easier in a safer and more comfortable home. Call Terra Firma today for a free inspection and estimate and keep your home dry and comfortable.
Guess where I learned my computer skills? At a Goodwill Career Center.
Goodwill provides free hands-on training in Microsoft Office, whether you're a beginner or just need to brush up on the skills you need in today's job market. Find out more at goodwilljobconnection.org. It's free.
Welcome back. Breaking news. We've got snowflakes on the Banfield here. This is Highway 26 out near the Halsey overpass, or excuse me, I-84 out near the Halsey overpass. If you look really closely there, got a couple of snowflakes in the camera lens there. Not impacting the drive right now. We're in pretty good shape on area freeways. Lots of great photos coming in from viewers across the region, but I want to let you know that the drive right now is in pretty good shape. 19 minutes, in fact, on the Sunset to get you in from Hillsborough to the Vista Ridge Tunnel, and I'll leave you with this. A great shot from Brian Olson in Seaside. Looks like a couple of inches of snow there on the deck along the North Oregon coast.
That is cool, and we're going to stay in Seaside and bring you a live picture from our very own Tim Gordon. Photographer Chad is with him there, and you can see on the promenade it is white. He's been having a great time out there today. We saw him swinging on the swings, and now he's down on the sand. Are you going to make a snow angel? Yes, he is, and why not?
The angelic Tim Gordon giving us some great shots today from I almost said Vancouver. He's from Vancouver. Those shots, of course, from Seaside.
Bravo.
And Seaside, we should mention, one of those school districts that's actually closed today. So with that in mind, thank you again, Timmy, and his photographer, Chad. Here is the updated list of school closures. We already mentioned Seaside being one. All of these are closed. Colton, Camas, Warrenton, Hammond, Astoria, Napa, and again, Seaside closed today. We mentioned Camas being closed. Washougal, right next door, is on a 2-hour delay this morning. So there are more districts on delay. You can see those right now scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And, you know, most of those are at the coast and then also Coast Range, where ODOT cameras show it's kind of a snowy mess. All right, our 7-day, Portland gets up to about 40 today. Now we're in the mid-30s. Rain, snow showers. Still a chance anybody could get a heavy snow shower at some point through tonight that would produce a brief dusting, but the best chance of some coverage will be up in elevation. We're really cold, by the way, tonight and tomorrow morning, low to mid-20s for temperatures, coldest air of the winter season so far.
All right, thanks, Rod.
We know Sandy is up in elevation, and there's a live shot from Sandy this morning where they definitely saw snow overnight. We're going to continue our weather coverage, not here on television, but online. Ashley Korsland live on our Facebook page.
All over the place, so let's start with our Maggie Vespa. She has been out in Sandy this morning. Maggie, I see a beautiful shot there with some flocked trees. You actually have a little bit of snow out there.
Yeah, we do definitely have snow out here. I just kind of stepped in here. The trees are so gorgeous, and we're just wanting to show everybody just like sort of the atmosphere, the ambiance out here amid this winter storm. I do want to go up to the street light. Actually, you know what? It has stopped snowing here in Sandy. This is kind of an interesting update. It's been snowing pretty steadily all morning. There may be a few flakes coming down. Oh yeah, I guess there's a little bit of coming down right now, but it's been much lighter than it has been throughout the morning. When we got here, it was snowing relatively steadily, but as you can see also, it accumulated overnight. This has been going for hours. Sandy was really the first place that our viewers kind of spoke up and did their awesome viewers work last night, saying that they were getting snow that was piling up along the roadways. And I'll show you kind of how it's affecting the roads out here. This is Highway 26. We obviously came in here from the Portland metro area. We also shot east of here along Highway 84 just to kind of check out conditions for everybody. And I got to tell you, you know, when we go on the air and we talk about snow and we talk about ice, we go on with the traffic guys and we kind of sometimes try to warn people to make sure they're ready. Today's pretty good. We didn't have any issues going out, again, through the metro area, along 84, along 26. So really here in kind of the central Portland region, things that even, again, moving up into Mount Hood Highway, things so far have been pretty easy. That said, PBOT and ODOT officials wanting everyone to be as safe as possible when they head out, so take it extra slow and allow extra room for those drivers in front of you and just kind of give yourself a little more time for your morning commute. But again, everybody, if there's snow near you, enjoy the site because it's gorgeous and we haven't heard of any issues from it so far. I'll throw it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Maggie, hey, I'm just curious. I don't know if you've gotten your assignments for the rest of the day, but where do you think you guys are going to head out to next?
You know, at this point, we would love some suggestions from people. I had someone reach out to me on Twitter and say, hey, it's snowing here in Estacada, which obviously isn't far from here, but he said, you know, you're close by. And then he emailed me his parents' home address, which I've never had somebody do. I'm assuming that's offering me breakfast. And but no, it was really sweet, and it was just kind of saying, hey, you know, he's giving a few suggestions. So if anybody else out there has some suggestions as to where we should go, we would so appreciate it.
Well, breakfast is always a bonus, so I think you should take that offer, Maggie. Thank you. Okay, well, let's check in with Pat Doris, who has been at PDX this morning, because up in Seattle, they got a bit of snow, and that kind of impacted flights, some cancellations and delays. Kind of a ripple effect. So, Pat Doris, you've been talking to travelers this morning. I know they all got up early to head to the airport, but any issues?
Well, no is the short answer. I was just in checking the board. There's only been those 3 cancellations from Seattle coming in here. One, I think, at 8:35 leaving from here to Seattle. So folks that are traveling to Seattle really ought to check it. But so far, really not a huge impact. And a lot of the travelers that I spoke to that were catching East Coast planes, which is where a majority of the early morning travel is, they were just worried about the roadways. Talked with one man who came from Salem. He said he left about a half hour early because he wasn't sure, but had no problems. Another man came from Molalla. He said he did have snow at his house, but really, again, no significant problems. So I think that a lot of people are very aware that in this region, when we have a snow issue, it can be a nightmare, but they were very happy that so far today it has not been. It is a good time, though, for all of us to think about the fact that we could be at work and the snow could come in at noon I'm not sure about today, but really any of these wintry days. And so you should probably have some extra stuff in the back of your car just in case. But as far as travelers here at PDX, everything's looking pretty smooth. Back to you.
Pat, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit because we may have snow again this upcoming weekend. How prepared are you? I mean, do you have stuff in your car ready for the winter? Because I don't, and I should be prepared.
Yes, you should be. First, let me just say, it's this time of year that I lament ever selling my Suburban. Love that vehicle this time of year. So now I've got we have a Honda minivan, which does have chains and a little box with extra supplies and some blankets in the back. And then I've also got, I think, a Toyota Camry that has the same thing. I think I actually have 2 sets of chains in the back of that, and then a box that's got some food and some water. Come on over. We'll have a picnic anytime you want.
I think so. I think, Pat, I need to hire you to come get me prepared for the winter conditions. All right, let's go out now to, we'll take a shot from Cannon Beach now. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, pretty. Look at Haystack Rock there with some snow on it. I always love the coast when it gets a little dusting of snow. Tim Gordon has been out in Seaside all morning. My favorite part was when I saw Tim out on the beach with the sand covered in snow. You don't get to see that too often, Tim. Oh, it looks like we're having some problems. I don't think Tim Gordon can hear us. I guess this is his photographer, Chad, zooming in on a shot there. All right, we're taking another look at Cannon Beach here. Let's go to Chris McGinnis for a look at the roads. Really no big widespread issues here in the valley, but Chris, what are you seeing out there? Producers, tell me where we're going next. We don't have Chris either. We're going to leave you with this shot in Seaside until we figure out what crew we can go to next. So stay tuned, guys. Just hold on tight with us for just a minute. Hey, welcome back, guys, at 7:06. I think we got things figured out. We're going to go out now to our Tim Gordon and his photographer, Chad. They are out in Seaside. Tim, let me know if you can hear me to start.
Yeah, hey, good morning, Ashley.
There
we go. are we up with you on Facebook Live right now?
I think we're up and running. Yes, say good morning.
Hey, come here for a second. Come over here. We had some people. Good morning. We were just busy making a small snowman. We had some people that were enjoying our work. You remember when we were out in Hood River and we made a little snowman? There's going to be a similar guy. But you guys you said we were great artists here at Seaside.
Yeah, you sure are. They're just very artistic. You didn't think that journalism would bring it to this level here. Did you see their cute little snowman there?
Not yet. To the high level that we're at right now.
Yeah.
You enjoying the snow out here?
Our elevation is what, 3 right now?
About 3 feet off sea level, yeah. Are you enjoying this snow?
I sure am. It's beautiful. It's not like Chicago. I'm from Chicago, but I've been on the West Coast probably about 30 years now, and this is unusual for the coast, but it's beautiful.
It is.
Nice early morning. You know what, 8 o'clock are we at right now? So
just 7, actually. You're an hour early.
Oh, geez. Yeah, well, my time schedule's all messed up.
All right, but it's a beautiful view, isn't it?
It sure is.
Thanks for visiting with us, man. Appreciate it. Enjoy your day. You guys out on the boardwalk here in Seaside, yeah, it's amazing. You know, as Rod Hill said, the bullseye, right, Ashley? Here we are, and we got the snow bullseye here happening right in Seaside, and it's been a beautiful morning, and so that's the good news. If you're trying to drive over here, over the Coast Range, not so good. I mean, the highway's good. They do a good job, ODOT, on it, but there's snow on the road in spots, and you definitely want to be careful.
Absolutely.
Are you there?
I'm here. Yeah, it sure looks pretty, though. I love that view behind you with the water, and I'm glad you're having a good time out there this morning. Maybe you can get a nice breakfast somewhere.
Maybe we will. Yeah, you know, our friend Richard, who we talked to earlier on KGW News at Sunrise, said go to the golf course. So we may go to the golf course, and then we're going to go to the Cove. Now the daylight's coming up. We'll get some video from the Cove, which is a beautiful spot. And we want to see that in the snowy condition. But check out the people in the roundabout, Ashley. People are getting up and coming out and checking it out because this is awesome at Seaside. So unusual to get this much snow at the coast. It's cool. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Agreed.
Thanks.
Tim, thank you. All right, let's send it over to Rod. Rod, aren't you jealous now that we're kind of in the studio here, not out seeing the pretty views out there?
Well, you know, I mentioned on our Sunrise show that I dream about living at the coast, and I especially dream about that, being at the coast when it snows. Just a gorgeous shot of the snow on Haystack Rock. We've seen reports that look like at least a couple inches of snow on the ground. There's that Cannon Beach temp at 31 degrees. And notice the wind direction here from the east, which of course shuts off the moderating influence of the Pacific Ocean. And it's you folks at the beach that are the closest to the storm center, which is a low spinning just offshore. And it's looking like this morning that low hasn't been strong enough to throw much moisture up over the Coast Range into the valley. So in fact, the Coast Range may end up getting more snow out of this than the Cascades, if you will. Low clouds just kissing the West Hills. It looks like a little bit of fog up in elevation there, but clearly nothing on the ground. 36 degrees. Notice the icon out along the Columbia River, a mix of snow and rain with a temperature of 36 degrees with a passing shower. Here's that low center right here. See the heavier bands just kissing the north coast where they've had all that snow. This continues to drop to the south. And the latest forecast models give inland valleys, Portland, Salem, Vancouver, like a trace of an inch to about 5/100ths of an inch of total moisture today. So not much, no matter what it turns out to be. Here's radar right now. The green is a scattered rain shower up over the Columbia River. Remember what we saw in that PDX observation. Otherwise, everything in white is flurries to a light snow shower. Haven't seen anything amount to anything unless you get up in the Cascade foothills. Estacada, Sandy, we know has wet snow on the ground, but the roadways from our Maggie Vespa being reported has in pretty good shape. Futurecast 11:30 this morning. This is all snow showers, but notice Portland, Salem, very little. Here we are, 2:30, Portland, Salem. There's a passing flurry, but taken as a whole, very little. Here we are at 8:30 tonight. There's a passing snow shower over Portland. You wouldn't expect this to be exactly right, but it shows you the potential. Again, most of today's moisture ends up being along the Cascade foothills. And the coast, the wettest part of your day might in fact be what we're seeing right now. So the Rose City at 36 degrees. We're going to be in the mid-30s to around 40 degrees throughout the day today. East-southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Ongoing mix of rain and scattered snow showers. The beach, we have a couple inches of snow on the ground in parts of Tillamook and Clatsop counties right now. Highs here maybe cracking 40 degrees. I mentioned not much up on the mountain. 2 to 4 inches today. Now they already have 3 at Timberline and Meadows. 27 at Government Camp, Timberline 21, Meadows 24. It's very cold. So if we get a decent snow shower over the Cascade Passes, it's cold enough that that would probably not get plowed away. It would turn into kind of an icy glaze, so be prepared for driving up over those passes. Light winds in the gorge, maybe a dusting to 2 inches in scattered spots with temperatures in the 30s. Now the 7 days is interesting, so let's go through this. Today about 40, we talked about. Tonight becoming partly cloudy, 25 degrees will be the coldest temperature so far of the season for Portland. Tomorrow there's a shower chance, but mainly it's dry and partly cloudy, 40. Then look at Wednesday morning, 23. That would set up the potential of Hillsborough being down to about 19, very cold. Wednesday mostly sunny, we get up to 43. I think Thursday starts dry, rain develops, 42. 40 degrees on Friday, another kind of rain scattered snow shower mixed day. And then right now I'm tracking this big time, Saturday. I've got 37 for a high, but this far out looks to be a much better chance of snow accumulation in downtown Portland than we ever saw on the forecast charts going into today. So keep yourself updated this week. Ashley, we've said several times on the Sunrise Show that February as a whole, there are several cold weather episodes all the way through the last week of the month that we're eyeing. Some of those show a moisture chance, some of them do not. But, you know, this is the first time we've had any cold weather as forecasters to track this entire winter. So the message here is keep yourself updated as to what's going on.
Is this kind of payback, Rod? Because I remember a day when you were sitting at your desk with your feet literally on the desk. So now you're kind of getting put to work.
You're blaming me on this?
Yes, I am.
That might be fair.
And maybe you could come in and work on Saturday and the rest of us can sleep in. All right, let's check in now with Chris McGinnis, who's keeping an eye on the roads. Chris, I mean, the good thing is really no issues that I've heard of yet.
Yeah, and we're going to need a Rod to come in and work on Saturday, right?
I agree.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and check out the roads. We are in pretty good shape. I want to give you a quick look at the drive times right now, and they're starting to build a bit, 22 minutes or so from Wilsonville, 20 minutes to get you in from Hillsborough. As we check out the drive in from Clark County, I-5 southbound, normal 16, 17 minutes or so from Main Street. None of that all that bad. Let's go ahead and show you some of the ODOT cameras right now. We had some snowflakes on this shot just a few minutes ago. This is I-84 out near, near 67, near the Halsey overpass. And, you know, the roads are wet here in the metro area, so we're doing okay as far as that's concerned, but obviously seeing at least the chance for some snow showers here and there across the region. I want to switch gears real quick. Let's see what's behind door number 3. Hopefully a shot of the west side. We do have some trouble right now on the westbound Sunset, little fender bender action actually out near the zoo, so the westbound right lane is blocked. Let's switch gears real quick and show you some of the Coast Range cameras, because this is certainly an area that has been snowy and snow covered. Look at this, Highway 26 out over the Sunset Summit here. About 28 degrees, and you can see certainly a snow-covered roadway there. We'll switch gears. The Rainier Summit has had on and off snow, and the temperature there right at the freezing mark. And, Oregon 6, Lee's Camp, has also had on and off snow showers. We'll take you out to the Dalles, and we've had some snow on that camera as well. That's from Oregon's Veterans Home in the Dalles. A lot of gorge schools running on some delays. We've been running the delay information throughout our newscast here, and I can show you what the gorge looks like. The gorge cameras here, Interstate 84 out near Cascade Locks, in relatively good shape, but we're pretty close to the freezing mark. So even there, we could see some tricky travel, especially if some of those snow bands set up through the gorge and out across central and eastern Oregon. But yeah, Ashley, to your point earlier, so far the roads in the metro area generally in pretty good shape. Haven't had too many issues to talk about other than obviously that little fender bender on the westbound Sunset. And I don't even know that that's weather related at this point.
Sure. Okay, Chris, thank you. Hey, I just want to do a recap for everybody tuning in on our website or on Facebook. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for being here for our extended coverage. I want to just run down some school closures as kind of a recap here. So these are closures. That is the Colton District, Camas, Warrenton, Hammond, Astoria, Napa, and Seaside. Those districts all closed today. Earlier, some of them were on delays, and then they've made the decision to close. And then we have the Washougal District on a 2-hour delay. Of course, there are lots of other ones out there with delays this morning, so make sure you go to KGW.com for the latest on that. I also want to give a shout out to those of you tuning in on Facebook. You've been kind of giving us an update on your neighborhoods and what things look like in your area. We have Becky saying it's snowy in Cave Junction. Good morning to you, Becky. Dean, no snow in Salem so far, so keep us posted on that, Dean. Michelle Schaefer says it's snowing in Siletz. Brett Bloom, snow in Battleground. Good morning, Brett, and everybody out there in Battleground in Clark County. Lena Roberts is watching. She says it's snowing a little bit at Council Crest up in the West Hills there. So I'd love to see a picture, Lena, if you could send one in. And then Gail's watching from Tennessee. Raining, by the way, in Tennessee. It's 60 degrees. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on Facebook there. Let's send things out to Maggie. She is in Sandy this morning. And Maggie, it's so pretty. I love your shot out there, and you're all bundled up.
I know, I'm all bundled up. I was just putting my glove on, by the way, because the traffic is whizzing by normal speed, and I was having trouble hearing you earlier, and I'm wearing like my older brother's ski gloves, so I'm feeling super feminine here. Yeah, you're giving a shout out to everybody. I want to give another shout out again to that guy who emailed me suggesting Estacada is another place that got a lot of snow, and again, I want to include that he included in his email his parents' home address. Again, this is a full-grown adult who has emailed me suggesting that I go to his parents' house. I hope his parents know and are cool with that. It was a really sweet suggestion. Yeah, this is a gorgeous shot. I mean, Sandy, our viewers came through like they always do, and they told us last night that the snow was falling. You can see across Highway 26 here, just kind of snow covered along the roadsides. But again, guys, the roads are fine. You know, we came out here through 84 down 26 from the Portland metro area. Really no slick spots that we saw. And we actually saw an ODOT truck laying down that liquid de-icer. So they're ready to go. They're checking things out as well. Always allow for that extra time and that extra space. And just be careful. But again, we've been out driving around, and it's really just a very pretty, easy driving morning. I do want to say, Ashley, I did, though, see some bad snow behavior from drivers. People are not wiping off their windshields or wiping off the snow off the top of their cars. And if you slam on your brakes, that could very well slide into your windshield. Midwest native here telling you to do that. Don't skip that. Could be a disastrous move later if you do.
I want to go back out to our Tim Gordon, who's out on the coast. Tim, that moment earlier when you went out onto the sand and there was snow on the sand was super cool, because you don't get to see that too often out there.
No, you don't, Ashley. Instead of being on me, look at this. This is a much prettier shot. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
That's gorgeous.
Isn't that just something? I mean, you know, there's a couple 3 inches of snow on the beach. The surf out there, people out walking now on the beach as dawn is broken here at Seaside. It's really a sight. And we've had people coming by who said, you know, I've lived here my whole life. I haven't seen it like this in a really long time. And it's gorgeous. It's just really, it's a really pretty morning out here. Feels like it's getting colder though. You know, it's 32 degrees throughout the morning, and I don't know if it's dropped yet. I know Rod's talking about how cold it's going to get in the next couple days, but it feels like maybe it's just because dawn's broken and maybe it's dropped to 30, or maybe it's because we've been out here for a while. But I can live with it. I can live with it. It's worth it, because look at this. The seagulls are out now, Ashley, as well. We've just noticed they were kind of sleeping in this morning, it seemed, but now they're out on the beach and making some noise. And you should come on out, Ash.
I
it's
should.
Pretty nice.
I'll hop in the car real quick. Man, that's like a painting, Tim. Make sure you get a lot of pictures.
Yeah, I'm taking a lot of pictures. I'm going to put up a video-licious on my Facebook pretty soon. I'll probably go swinging again on the swings in a little while. I think we're going to make a day of it out here. I'm pretty sure.
I think so. Hey, make sure you bring us some chowder back if you go eat
anywhere.
Play a little
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll go to Moe's and get some chowder for you.
Please
no problem.
do.
Glad to do it.
Thanks, Tim. You guys be careful out there.
Okay.
Not so pretty as the view behind Pat Doris, because Pat, no offense, but I mean, you're at PDX. It's just some concrete behind you. I guess it's pretty in the skyline there.
Well, yeah, we spun around so that you could see the beautiful slate gray sky here. And, yeah, and just remind folks that there's really no problem getting to the airport. And I know that Tim and Maggie have been out in the conditions. Ken and I have been too, but, you know, we're doing a little veteran reporting crew move here. We're right under the cover at PDX. So, it's brutal. Can't believe everything falling from the sky. And we're not getting any of it. Actually, there's nothing falling from the sky out here. Travelers coming from Seattle, 3 flights canceled on Alaska this morning, and 1 flight leaving here going that way. But other than that, really not hearing of any problems at all. Back to you.
Pat, what's your favorite part of doing winter weather coverage? Because I know it's not being called in at 2 in the morning. It
was interesting waking up that early. You know, I think frankly, it's been when I've been on Sylvan and all the nice people come to give us coffee and things like that. And you just, the other thing is when it really does snow, it gets so quiet.
Yeah.
And I really like that too. It just, everybody kind of stops the hustle bustle. You know, if they have kids, they get out and play with their kids if they can. My neighbor Leanne was reminding me Dead Man's Hill is a great place to go sledding in Northeast Portland. And hopefully we will have some days like that, even though it looks like today's not one of those.
Yes. Well, Pat, I think those days could be coming soon because, Rod, you're talking about more snow, maybe a bigger event. What is it, Saturday you're thinking?
Saturday, a setup that looks like it has more moisture attached to it than the one that we're dealing with today. So just kind of a heads up. You know, we've talked on and off the last week or so that February as a whole, there are several cold snaps that we're watching and tracking, including one that goes into the final week of the month. So maybe you're finally getting into some active weather. Here's the radar right now. That big batch of snow that made the headline this morning up in Astoria and Seaside, that for the time being is pushed out to sea. So the coast is pretty quiet right now. This is mostly light snow showers / flurries and mostly east of I-205 right now. Here's a closer look at downtown Portland. This will continue to be a day with a scattered rain / snow shower theme, with the I-5 corridor, the lowest elevations generally sitting in the mid-30s to about 40. Of course, that would mean no accumulation and everything pretty good. Not saying that there couldn't be a heavy snow shower at some point, especially this evening, produce a quick dusting maybe in your neighborhood. That's certainly a possibility. We just don't think we're going to have any real issues. I love this. Look at the snow on top of the Haystack Rock at Cannon Beach. Cloudy skies there. Morning temperature has been down to 31 degrees. I think this is one of the prettiest shots of the day. This is the camera from Gerhardt by the Sea Resort looking south at Tillamook Head. There's Tillamook Head, Seaside to be here. But look at all the snow on the ground at the North Coast. Just absolutely gorgeous. The camera at this hour of the morning still black and white down at Salisham, but you can plainly see this is Glendian Beach just south of Lincoln City, that the golf course there is covered with snow. So we have snow pretty widespread from the central up to the north beaches. Here's downtown Portland, just a wet highway. Fog up in the West Hills where the low cloud deck is hanging. 36 degrees. Last observation was a mix of rain and snow out at the airport along the Columbia River. Think we'll have a chance to get up to about 40 today. So pretty steady temps, right? 36 right now, 49, 40 at lunchtime, 35 at 5 p.m. Again, that continuing scattered shower forecast. So the best chance overall to see anything stick on the ground would be when you get up in the elevations, maybe near 1,000 feet. We know we have that in Sandy right now. And then the Coast Range, don't forget, traveling concerns there with snow-covered roadways, 2 to 5 inches in the forecast for today. And they probably already have 3 to 4 inches on Highway 26 at the High Coast Range Summit. All right, let's walk you through the 7 days. So today, 40 in town. Tonight, the showers in. We get down to 25 degrees. That would be the coldest temp of the year so far for Portland. Tomorrow, there's a shower chance, but generally dry up to about 40. 23 Wednesday morning. That's upper teens for some of you. A mostly sunny 43-degree day. Winds are pretty light during all of this. Thursday, rain showers pick up in the afternoon as we warm to 42. Friday, 40. Could be a mix of rain and snow showers. The snow levels start to come back down. And right now, I have 37 on the board for high Saturday. But keep an eye on Saturday. That shows at least the potential for a snow storm of sorts in Portland. Lots of time between now and then, but that's the next episode that we're watching. And I think it looks more promising, at least at this stage, than today ever looked. And remember, we started to track today back on Wednesday and Thursday of last week. So actually, that's the forecast update for now.
Okay, Rod, thanks. And I just want to go over one more time the school closures and delays list, because there are a lot of them. And guys, we do have it at kgw.com. So these are the closures today. These districts are Colton, Camas, Warrenton, Hammond, Astoria, Napa, and Seaside. One of the big delays today, a 2-hour delay, is Washougal. And again, a lot more out there. I can't get to all of them, but that's at kgw.com. One last time, Chris, let's just do a quick look at the traffic map before we say goodbye.
Yeah, actually, you know, the drive is actually not in too bad a shape this morning. We had some trouble on the Sunset westbound, probably not even weather related. I mean, we've got some snowflakes out there, but we had a crash just up the hill from the tunnel not too long ago. It looks like that is cleared. I want to see if I can give you a little different perspective here as we switch cameras. There it is. Yeah, you can see that We got a tow truck with that. So traffic running a little thick around that. I'll give you a quick look at the drive times if you're about to hit the freeway. We've got normal freeway commutes across the metro area. They're busy, of course, 25 minutes to get you in from Hillsborough right now on the Sunset, about 20 minutes from Troutdale on I-84 and the drive out of Clark County. Not really that bad. 16 minutes or so to get you south from Main Street to the Fremont. So for the most part, our drive is in pretty good shape. We'll give you a quick look at some of those Coast Range cameras. As Rod mentioned, pretty heavy snow in the Coast Range, 3, 4, 5 inches of snow possible. This is a look at Highway 26 up near 1,400 feet. Keep in mind the road actually goes higher than this, and it's 28 degrees. So that is a snowy, icy commute. If that's part of your drive today, and really probably for the next day or two, be aware that you'll be running into that. But locally, Ashley, we're in pretty good shape.
Oh, Chris, thank you very much. Okay, we love the shot out at Seaside this morning. I think this wins a video of the day. So we're going to leave you with a picture from our crews out there. Look at this right here, our Tim Gordon. He's out there with photographer Chad, and Tim made that little snowman out there. But what a gorgeous shot on the beach there from the coast. So thanks, guys, for tuning in on Facebook Live and at kgw.com. And make sure you stay with us throughout the day for any other coverage. Have a wonderful Monday.